Today, Attorney General Aaron Ford announced he and 42 other states' attorneys general have reached a $700 million settlement with Johnson & Johnson. This is all after allegations the company used deceptive and misleading advertising, all related to the safety and purity of some of its talc powder products. Johnson & Johnson has agreed to stop the manufacture and sale of baby powder and body powder products that contain talc across the U.S. As part of the settlement, still pending judicial approval, Nevada would get more than $6 million.